Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to Coffee with Knights. Today I'm having some lovely Green Mountain blend in a cup that Eileen Braden over at Porous Rich Designs made. Delicious. Yeah, I know. I keep saying I need to clean this room, and behind me is more disheveled than ever. It's been a week, guys. It's been a week. So let's get all this shared around, and let's pop out the chat first, just so that when people show up, I can start talking to them. Control copy. And go over here, chat. Is it up? Alright, chat is live. Let's get this shared around and we'll start talking about some stuff. Alright, so let's take this guy. Klook. Did that copy? I don't know. Yeah, it copied. Alright. Alright. And as per usual, my face looks stoned in the whatchamacallit, in the thumbnail for the video. Oh, let's see. Bloop. We got people over in the chat. Let's go. Good morning, Alan, and good morning, Eileen. How are you guys doing today? Personally, we're celebrating Father's Day this week, just because of circumstances and stuff, things and stuff and things. So, yeah, today's going to be a nice, hopefully relaxing day for me. And of course, I'm having candy first thing in the morning because I have to. I'm an adult, and you can't tell me what to do. No, I'm hangry and we're out of cookies is what it is. So I'm having chocolate and toast. It'll have to be good enough for now. So I've been doing a lot of shop work recently, and send you pictures of the finished chest. Oh, sure. Well, they haven't come through yet, but Eileen, doing good. Been busy this morning on the last bit of the centerpieces for the theme dinner or theme dinner. Yo, those centerpieces are turning out so well. Alan, I didn't see any pictures from you yet. Oh, is this them? Oh, here they are. 7 photos. Ooh, I like that hardware. Did you make that? Very nice leather strapping. Well done. Some nice square head nails. Look at that. That is gorgeous, Alan. You did very well. Very well. Yeah. Very nice. But yeah, Eileen, I think you've been doing a killer job on your centerpieces too. So it's great seeing everyone like get their craft on. It's awesome. So I've been doing all the electrical in my shop, and I've been so stuffy and runny, mostly just a runny nose, slight headache, all week. And it seems like it clears up, and I get more clear-headed when I, walk out of the shop. But when I'm in there, I'm kind of tired and lazy. And I think I know what the problem is. I think that shop is riddled with black mold. And doing all of the work, especially up in the rafters where I haven't touched and dusted and vacuumed and shit, is kicking up all this black mold just right in my face. Nice, super damp, wet wood because the ceiling has been leaking again for the last couple weeks. So, Joseph Day, morning, you beautiful people. Well, good morning, Joe. And how are you doing? And Eileen, you should be proud of them. They are doing, they are coming out so well, that it is astounding that someone I know made this, Black mold is never good. No, it's not. But it took me so long to get my head wrapped around that. That's probably what it was because, well, one, I'm thick-skulled, and two, it's dusty. So of course, my nose is gonna seize up, and it's just change of season, so maybe that's doing it. Or maybe, I'm just so tired because it's hot and I'm standing up doing something I've never done before, and it's very, stressful, so that's what's making me sleepy. No, black mold. All week, right in my face. I'm just kicking it all up, breathing it in. I can't wait till the roof guy gets there, but if you've been looking on the Facebook group, you've been seeing some of the progress I've been making. Pretty much have the whole shop wired now. We're just waiting to figure out what we're going to do, as far as the actual connection to the building. Whether we're going to have another meter installed outside and run from an existing pole, or I have to trench back all the way down to the church. Don't know yet. But the point is, once my section's part of it's done, my part of it's done. Then we could worry about the roof and everything else. I'm going to make some cabinets this week so I can get things stored and put together. You saw me doing all that stuff last week. Joe, doing good. Got the garden up and running for the season. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You should send pictures to the Facebook group. I love seeing people do stuff. And I like to highlight people who get out there and make things happen and make things grow and build beautiful things. And Eileen, the shop is coming along great. Thank you. It is a pain in the ass. But I have a bunch of things in the pipeline. And the faster that I can get everything finished and built out, the better life is going to be. Because once I start putting those cabinets up along the back, and I get the roof redone, and I can put the second floor in, and I can get all the stuff that I touch maybe once once every 6 months to a year. I can get all that stuff put up there. I can get all my product put up there. Then I can, it'll just be so much more space and so much better everything down there. So, getting those cabinets up and getting the thing redone, that's also going to put in, I'm also going to have a big lumber rack then. So I'm not going to be tripping over the wood all the time, and that's just going to make for a safer, better environment. So it's a pain in the ass, but it has to get done, and I'm trying to do it the right way. Teaching myself electricity, how to do electrical work is a challenge, but we'll get there. We'll get there sooner than later. It's funny because I've like, a couple more craft fairs that I'm signing up for later in the year, and it's just really interesting how things are all starting to kind of pull and fall together. And I mean, they're not really falling together. They're coming, kicking and screaming. I'm taking my biggest mallet and mashing it into place, but it's coming together. I have to go check out a store sometime this week, this coming week, over in the Kingston area. Check that out. See if I want to get into that store. I probably do. I just got my Maker's Mark stamp for blacksmithing. It's done out of there. Like, my sinuses are both stuffy and dry, and yeah, I still have this occasional tickle in my chest. Very annoying. Very annoying, the whole thing. But yeah, I have this store I need to go check out. Don't know the name of it, but if I do, I'm gonna be having all my stuff in there. And now that I have my blacksmith's Maker's Mark, I need to find some 01 steel and start making like herb choppers and branded knives and stuff. That's one thing I haven't done so far. And yeah, now that like it's summertime and I have the coal supplier and all this other stuff, it's kind of time to start like cranking some stuff out too. So as soon as I'm done with this current project and get the rest of the boxes wired, I'll probably make 1 or 2 knives, like herb choppers and such, and then I'm going to turn around and work on doing some videos, on how to make the herb choppers, and maybe a couple of videos on how to make cutting boards and stuff like that, and just slowly get back into the process of shooting content, regular content for YouTube. I have some stuff I need to upload already, just like one-off videos, very short, and sweet things. One was me tempering the axe and a knife, or quenching an axe and a knife, and the cool thing is like how I did it. If you just quench the blade, but you get the whole unit hot, especially with axes more than knives, just because there's so much more mass there, you could quench it and temper it all in the same step, and it's a really cool process. It's kind of risky, kind of tricky, and you gotta like really be on top of it, but it's cool. It's a huge time saver too, Alan Covert, I've got to fire up my forge. Yes, you do. We need to get some collaborations on or something. I don't have it often anymore, but I love. I just really love toast with some butter on it. I know it's so simple and so like ridiculous, but sometimes that just really hits the spot, you know? So, I said we're celebrating. You need to make some 10 steaks. Yes, you do. I made some conduit steaks, 2 weeks ago. One of the neighbors came over with a bunch of rebar. Like, hey man, can you like bend these? I can't bend these, and I know you do like metal stuff. Yeah. I just fired up the forge. Tossed them all on there all at once. And I got it so hot, so localized, I just grabbed the bars and just bent them in half and just tossed them on the ground. It was great. It took like 45 seconds to do what he wanted. But he was so like over the moon happy. It made me feel really good. So, I said we are celebrating Father's Day today. And I'm not going to have the time to do it today, but maybe on future coffees. My wife got me this. A master grade Gundam. There we go. Yeah, that's how you hold the box. Barbados Gundam. So I'm gonna be doing this build. Because there's a lot to this guy. But I need to go out to the store and get some flush trim bits at the very least. Some files. I have paints and stuff if I wanna paint them. And do some like weathering and stuff on him, and like really like do a couple different washes across his body, make him feel gritty and grimy. Because they have three different. The cool thing is they have like 3 different decal sets with this guy. They have, factory model. They have like slightly battle damaged, and then they have destroyed. And I'm not sure where I want to go with it yet. So maybe that's a journey we're all going to take together. It's been a long time since too long actually, since I've done any model work, and yeah, I miss it. It's one of those fun, small, relaxing things. For a while, I was really into doing those. Do I have one lying around here? I forget exactly what they're like. Real metal sculptures. I think I have one right here. Yeah. So the wife was working on this one, Metal Earth. And I have this guy still to do. Little TIE fighter. It's destroyed now, but when my grandfather was dying, doing models like this was pretty much the only thing that kept me sane and centered and grounded. So, I have and that's not the first time I use models as a way to center myself. Not necessarily therapy, but something close enough. So, yeah. What else is there? Ooh. But yeah, we're going to be, you know, doing some model making on this channel too, just as, you know, part of the live streams, I guess. Maybe next week or the week after, I'll do a 2-hour live stream. We'll just sit here and chat while I work on the little Gundam thing, and you get to see it kind of build up. I remember the ones I was doing in high school, they had like a star rating system or something. And you know, how many hours it would take. And the last one I did of the Gundam models was Scythe, and because that was from Gundam 1, I loved that show, and that was, I think that was the hardest one I've done. But yeah, that was a cool one. But this one here is, I think I did Scythe in 1 day or something, or maybe 2 days. And it was supposed to be like one of the hardest ones on the market at the time, and you know, all the stuff that goes along with it, like articulating fingers. But it was a 144th scale, so 1 inch on the model translates to 1 foot on the real thing. Where this guy here is 1/100th, so I'm not sure exactly what the conversion is on that, but never underestimate toast and butter. Really delicious. What else is there to talk about? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, right? You know, for now, it's just a nice, easy, kind of lazy day. I make a bunch of little rings and stuff for kids, too. And the thing about these rings, I came up with this idea in high school. This is one of the first, you know, jewelry projects and kind of the first mass-produced thing I used to make. And I must have sold 1,000 of these things over the course of a couple of years. But, you know, you just take a little piece of, you know, wire, you bend it into a little S shape, and you hook it around, a little serpentine shape like that, and you hook it around and you glue it into a little bead. There used to be a jewelry store in Dixon City, kind of, if you know where Five Guys is, in that little shopping center, in the corner, there used to be a jewelry store. You know, 2 ladies worked there, and I used to go in there maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, and they would always watch me like a hawk. I was like, guys don't do jewelry, and they were very. Now, to be fair, I don't look like the guy who's going to be making jewelry. I'm the wrong sex. I'm way too tall. I have one of those not nerdy faces, I guess. You know, beard, long hair. I think at the time I was wearing, you know, a black leather jacket every day, even in the middle of summer, because I was an idiot when I was a kid. So a little bit of fairness to them, but they used to watch me like a hawk, and I used to go there religiously, like every couple weeks, and buy, you know, pearls and diamonds and semi-precious stones and stuff. And that's when I got a bunch of glass beads, and I didn't know what to do with them. I was going to make, earrings or necklaces and blah, 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 blah. I started making these just as a lark, just to see if it would work. And it did. And the cool thing, because it has because it has a serpentine pattern on it, this will fit any finger. Like right now, it doesn't even fit on the tip of my on the tip of my pinky, but you just come through, just open these up a little bit. And boom, little ring on my finger. And they're designed for like kids and stuff, but I used to make like a dozen of these a night when I was in high school, and it was mostly teachers who would come up to me and buy them. And I think I sold them for like 50 cents a piece. And usually like my busy season was around Easter, so I'd make like 20 or 30 of these a night. Just sitting there watching like Naruto or something, watching one of the 10,000 episodes of that, or One Piece or whatever, and just sitting there, click, 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 click. And I mean, they're really pretty fast and easy to turn out. They're kind of cool looking. I think it's a good idea. I don't know if anyone else has done it or not. I can't see why somebody else hasn't. To be honest. But yeah, I must have sold 1,000 of those things in high school. 20 here, 30 there, 50 here, 50 there. Adds up pretty quick. But yeah, I used to make them for 50 cents a piece. Well, 12 a night, while I'm watching TV or something. So 2 nights I can have an order done. And just pile them and pile them. I mean, so for me, it was like free money. It might cost $10 for the supplies. So the first order, pays for all the supplies and then some. And then, after that, just have a whole box full of these little kids' rings. So, but that was always fun to do. So I revived doing that. And that's something easy that I was doing at the last craft fair that both kept my mind occupied. Like finishing all of the bullet necklaces, getting the stuff through, cutting the string the length, tying the barrel knots, putting it up, stuffing it in the casing bag, boom, bop, 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 bop. Real fast, real easy. And I got done with that. So I sewed up a couple of these guys into nice little things. Like I have 3 or 4 more of these I need to stitch together. But be that as it may. And then I got done with those, so I turned over and started making a bunch of rings. And it was funny because people were like, "Do you just like chill?" No, I don't. Glue. So, yeah, that was a good time. That was a fun time. What else? But yeah, I really need to. I know I'm pushing really hard on the shop right now, because that's where I can make most of the money. But I really need to get this area done so I can have all my leather stuff over there and not all over the computer desk. And that'll make everyone a lot happier at the house. But yeah, just a lot of small things that are going to be having a big effect on my life soon, and I'm pretty happy about it. So I'm not sure really what else to talk about now. I do have to admit that I have kind of fallen into the trash news cycle a little bit the last couple weeks, and I followed the whole Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing because apparently I don't have a life. But that whole thing was absolutely wild, you know? Just trying to watch all that nonsense go on. And really, at the end of the day, it is nonsense. So, what else can we talk about today? Let's see. Eileen. I think we all did for bits and pieces of our day. Yeah, it was something. It was really something. But it also really screwed my my YouTube recommended page, because now that's all it is just a million of those you know, crappy videos. So it was worth it, I think. Alan got an invite to an SCA master woodworker shop to talk about other period furniture. Dude, that's awesome. That is really, really cool. That's really cool. Entering the chest caught his attention. Well, I mean, that chest is really pretty. You did a bang up job on it. Let me look at that guy again. Yeah. You did such a good job on it that, I mean, how could that not garner some attention? And now I'm going to have to get more tools. Damn. More tools. What a shame. Whatever are you going to do with more tools? So, like, what kind of a talk are you going to what kind of a talk are you going to give? Like, is it going to be based on, you know, tools and techniques? Is it going to be you know, types of furniture, or is it going to be the uses of the furniture, or, you know, how it was found, where it was found, and speculation on it? A little of all of the above. Because if I were you, I would get somebody to record the whole thing And you know, I could start you down a very nice road. But that's just me. That is super cool, though. That is really cool. So, wedding season is upon us. And it's looking like I have like all the above as well as making pieces. Dude, you definitely need to record that stuff. Even just like a camera stand all the way in the back with your phone on it. Just record the whole thing. So, yeah, wedding season is upon us, and I have like at least 3, if not 4 weddings to go to within the next 4 or 5 months. So that is going to be exhausting. On top of, I need to order more cobra leather and make a bunch more wallets and stuff. The only part that sucks is the travel distance. Well, what kind of distance are you looking at? Like, hour drive, 2-hour drive, 4-hour drive? You're not driving all the way out to Pensick for this, are you? Just to give a talk. I hope that's not how far you're driving, because oh my god, that would be awful. Us 2, 3 weddings. That's a lot. Sugar Grove West. Whoa, that's a drive. But you could play some John Denver while you're on the way. Yeah, that's a drive. My dad is currently working down in West Virginia in oil rigs. So I'm not sure what part of West Virginia he's in actually. I think it's currently the northern part of West Virginia. But again, I'm not sure. That's like an 8-hour drive each way. So gonna be a bit of a haul for you. But hey, maybe you'll get a bunch of commissions out of it too, and the trip might end up paying for itself. Who knows? That is super cool though. And it's a good thing you just got the truck fixed. You could load up all the stuff you need and just bloop, go down. So, a lot of stuff. A lot to do. For sure. Let's see, I also need to get all my climbing gear up and out. Today and this week. Just so I'm going to be playing around on some scaffolding this week. So I need to get my climbing gear out so I can have somewhat of a safety harness while working all that stuff. Let's see, I know that this isn't the quality of leather that you normally use, but Dollar Tree, or $1.25 Tree, in their crafter section has leather. Might not be bad to prototype with. I know I have a bunch of white leather lying around somewhere. probably in there. I have some under here too. I know I have like just big gatherings of it at the shop. But you know, I'll check out the Dollar Tree in their crafters square. Yep, you can also speak with his dad about forging, as he's an old school industrial arts teacher. Interesting. Well, that'd be cool. Let's see. Eileen, I want to try their vinyl they have. It's been blowing up in different area. Hey, sometimes the cheap stuff sometimes is better than the name brand or expensive stuff. So I mean, it's definitely worth a try at the very least to see, you know, how it all comes together and works out and works together. But I know I'm going to have to go through and process a bunch of stuff in relatively short order to get up to speed for this for the store I'm going to be going into. So that might even save my bacon there real quick if I need it. If I need it that bad. And a lot of times, you know, that cheap leather is really good for like detail liners and stuff, you know? Like, you take the nice expensive leather and you cut out your filigree. You take a cheap leather and you glue it onto the back just so you get that color pop. Everything that I used to make the Hobbit door wreath was all from the Dollar Tree. Oh, wow. Making simple the new fancy is my motto. It definitely is, and you do a very good job of it. You do a very good job. I'm still not awake. You know, had a full 8 hours of sleep and a cup of coffee. I'm still not awake. Been up for like an hour and a half. What else? So yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to this week and what's been going on with me. It's all just been kind of a lot of big stressful things, you know, in the shop especially. You know, I have the whole place torn apart now. So I need to make those cabinets this week. I need to build an ADA ramp. I need to get all those hooks that I made a couple weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, hung up in the church. I need to get the scaffolding up there. So this week and next week are going to be super busy. But like in a good way. And I'm going to be having a bunch of clients showing up. At least one this week. Lady for the fry stands finally got back to me, and she's going to be wanting me to look at she wants to look at the prototypes. So I'm gonna have to find a good steel supplier, so I can get a bunch of 1/4-inch bar, square stock and round stock, so I can make all my hooks, S hooks and J hooks and such. I also need to get a bunch of 01 steel. So I can make those herb choppers and such. So it's gonna be a good week. It's gonna be a good 2 weeks. Let's see. His furniture is amazing. I would want to make an attempt at making some for myself. Dude, take pictures of everything because I love making furniture. Oh, that's another thing. I want to get the router plate. Probably not this week, probably next week. But the router plate, so I can insert that into my table, so I can start doing that stuff. you know, making furniture pieces and stuff, like making those Adirondack chairs that I made, and also like more complex things. So I can like make templates for things and cut it out with, you know, basically cut the basic shape out with my jigsaw, you know, trace it, cut it out, and then take the template over with the thing that I glued and just and have it perfect. Toss it aside. Yeah. Make 30 of something every day. What else? Oh, I also need to start getting back into mold making. And you know, I want to start doing, you know, resin silicone pours of different various objects. I just beeped up my phone. Oh my. That is a pretty piece of furniture. Those Roman chairs have always fascinated me. I've always wanted to make one. But at the same time, I've been kind of daunted by the prospect of making them. Ooh. Alright, so that's the Roman chair. I've always been fascinated by them, but I've never plucked up the courage to make them. Yeah. Here's like these little hutches with the big through tenons. Ah, gorgeous. Looks like they have one big peg, you know, pegs on them and stuff. So you should be able to knock that down pretty easily, right? Has that piece that you can swing out of the way, so it's like a little lock to keep it from opening during transport if you have stuff in there. Those are very nice pieces. And Alan, if you want to do those doors, I need to get those floating panel doors. I actually have the appropriate router and router bit to do that whole thing. So it cuts the groove. It does the edge. It cuts the groove for your panel, and it also comes back and cuts the because those are like a shaker style door. And then the other bit cuts the negative of that profile, so it does your like mortise and tenon for the whole thing. Very cool process. But yeah, I have the bits to make those work for you. If that's something you wanna play with. They can be a little scary though, because they're so heavy that you really want to make sure you have your collet tightened down real well on them. But they're not as bad as the raised panel bit that I have. That thing is terrifying. Because I need to get a rheostat for my router. So that I can use that raised panel bit correctly, safely. Because if that thing ever, you know, came out of the chuck, it would kill somebody, then go through the wall and, you know, destroy somebody's car. It's terrifying. at least it was really scary in my last table, because I just made that plastic router plate on that small janky assembly table, work table. It was more like an outfeed table for that little shitty saw. But yeah, that was a terrifying thing. And once I have a real, router plate insert, and it's going to be locked into that huge heavy table, it's not going to be as bad. But it's still going to be like a little daunting. Alan, it is bringing me back to the SCA into the ANS side of things. ANS? What's I'm not familiar with that. Arts and sciences. Interesting. Well, I mean, if you ever need to workshop some stuff with someone, I'm always down to talk shop. So, and good golly, Miss Molly, we're running in on our hour now. So guys, I'm going to go sign off now and go enjoy my Father's Day celebrations with my family. We're gonna go out to brunch. Just do some shopping and some piddling around today. Whatever. I still have chocolate left. But if you guys want, go over to my Patreon, which is patreon.com/Knightsmith, and go support me over there. Even $1 a month helps. It really does. And my patrons are really awesome people to begin with, so you can be double awesome by joining. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I can't wait to do this. Click together this Gundam while we bullshit a little bit next week, and maybe I might get a jump on it between now and then. Who knows? I'm a little impatient. So guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Thank you for helping make this world better, one kerf at a time, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.